Hi there. Welcome to part 3 of our Tardis build project here at MacGyver's workshop. And today we've got all the 3 main walls up or put together, and then I'll show you how we're going to, as I said in the previous video there, we're going to assemble it and build it and work out all the details inside. But then we're going to build it such that it can be taken apart, and with 2 people, you know, we can carry each section out to where it's going to go out in the field here, and then put it back together. So let's have a look here. I'll show you how we're doing. Okay, so given the weather in February, I told you it was been so wonderful in the 70s, and I think it was even like 80 something yesterday. It was nuts. Now it's like 40 today. So we're dressed a little bit more warmly in here, but also more importantly, that means then you have hot coffee instead of, you know, some sort of cold beverage. But the cool thing about hot coffee is I can put it in my Doctor Who Tardis mug. So that's I love that thing. But anyway, so let's have a walk around here and let me show you what we got. So we've got our 3 walls up, and this will be the inside of the Tardis. Now, as I said, you know, this is going to sit on a 4x4 concrete slab, and there's going to be a big hole in the middle, which is where the drain sump is, and the electrical will run up through one of the side walls underneath. Because, as I said, we run around here with you know, tractor with a bush hog and everything, and if you have that, you know, that gray PVC coming up with the like I call it a pull-a-nail, but where it comes up and goes into the side, if you were to not pay attention and get too close to it with the bush hog, then you could probably tear it off and then have an electrical issue. So to avoid that, we're going to have it completely underground and come up inside the section here of the wall, and that way it's completely out of sight and out of harm's way. So now, as you can see, these are basically, the side walls are exactly 4 foot by 8 foot, and so it was just a straight sheet of plywood over the frame, so it was relatively easy to construct. And for this side and this side. Now the back side, to maintain the squareness of the Tardis, the backside framework has to be obviously narrower by this much on both sides. So we've done that, but again, when you skin it with the plywood, it's just a full sheet of plywood, and the plywood laps over and come around here. We'll see over here. Laps over and makes our corner. So in assembling or building this, I've put my screws in only in the center section framework, so that when I take it apart, this whole center section will just pop right out, and I have screws inside on the framework going to the 2x4s of the side walls. That's what's holding it all together right now. So, and then with this smooth plywood surface, we basically have a nice smooth canvas to start and do our 1x to make our little, you know, the 4 little squares in the framework. So okay, so now we've got our top plate set back there, and of course it's set so that whole center section of wall can be disassembled and popped out. This center piece here is done much the same way, in that there's right now there's a screw holding it there and a screw holding it there, and the whole thing pops up out of there. But in the meantime, temporarily now, it's holding everything in true and nice and square. And then down here, I just have this temporarily jigged in there at the right dimensions, so that holds the bottom square. So when we start framing up our doors eventually, you know, our hole is proper. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start, I don't know what they call these things, whether they're balusters or bolsters or whatever, but corner posts, or going to be pseudo corner posts in this case, and we'll make those out of 2x6s, and they'll go here, here, and that's how we'll make the corners, and that'll bring us in here too, to make our facing to connect our doors to. So we're moving right along. Okay, so now we've got our bolsters on around all four corners here, and what that gives us is that gives us our space to work in here to do our that's going to show up, but the little boxes that are there's one, two, three, four, and since we're kind of having to wing it here and we don't have any official plans, we're going to have to figure it out as we go. So what we'll do, we have a crap ton of 1x, and we got our little bevel pieces down in there. And we'll bevel our 1x here and put it in on each side, and then that way we'll and then put the one down in the middle, and then we'll make our 4 little pockets going up. So stay tuned as we get going here. We're going to have a lot of busy work cutting all this 1x, so we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so we're going to put our 22.5 degree bevel on the on all our pieces of 1x here, and show you how we're doing it here. I have this little piece of wood kind of acting as a guide against the fence here, so it just makes it easier to push on through there and cut, and a lot safer too. And then of course I have my push stick when I get down towards the end there. So let's watch how it goes here. Okay, so we've taken our 1x and put our little bevels on it, and then what we're going to...
Sorry.
You trying to get it there for me?
Yeah.
Now, these will be the uprights that go up the sides here, and then we also beveled this bottom side here to match this bevel here. And what we ended up doing with the original plan was to have this come around and bevel all nice around the front. But given the way that the door frame is going to be and all on the front, the way this thing's bolted down to the ground, I'm better off just doing it this way, and I'll just have to keep my bevels kind of sort of in there, and then we'll have our verticals like this, and then we'll have what's another one on this side, and then we'll have our one going down the middle, and then we'll divvy our divvy our vertical up into four blocks there. So now what we're going to end up doing here is I have a measurement where the police call box, is going to come down from the top, and we'll get to all that. And then what we'll do on this one, I've already pre-drilled these, but we'll drill through the plywood, and then we'll put a nice little bead of glue on here, and then use our 3/4 inch screws coming from the back to hold that nice and tidy in place. And after that, then we can start working on our horizontal ones.
Okay.
All right, so after a long day, we've got our wood 1x all beveled and bevels cut on them, and we got one side here set, and of course obviously the faux windows will go up here on the top, but there's the inset there from the bolsters on the corners, and then the police box light will go up there, and then we'll build, I guess we'll finish out these on the other 3 sides, and then we'll start building our roof. That'll be a challenge in itself, I'm sure, because it's like a pyramid apex, and never built one of those before. Of course, never built a Tardis before either, but hey, who knows? Learning experience. So anyway, so that's what we're getting here. We'll do a quick walk around. We took a lot of time, sawing all these bevel pieces, and then some of them, some of them will have to be beveled on both sides, like the one that goes up the middle, and then the ones that go across. So, I've got all my pieces at the ready here for when we actually get to these sides. So now it's just a matter of replicating what we've done over there on these other 2 sides, and then we'll fabricate our doors and kind of make them look similar, and I'm going to actually have to where both of them open, so we have access in there to work on the sump, and we'll just have it like a French door where the one locks in place, and the other one will lock into it. So anyway, let's see, do we get a shot from the front here, honey?
Let's do that.
I mean, there's not much to see, I guess. These are all the beveled ones for the doors, when the doors done. But I'd say that's a good bit for a day's work there. Entry-level amateur carpenter here. I'll tell you what, calculating all these angles and distances and everything, that's a handful. So my props goes out to whoever it was that designed that Tardis back in 1962 or 63 or whatever. Because all these beveled edges and everything, that's, even though they were cheap and they wanted something they could throw together and make a prop, that's a lot of work. So anyway, so until next time, thanks for watching. See you later.